Well, welcome to Harvest Log Day 10, and we've had probably about a day and a bit off from harvesting. We were harvesting the Crusoe winter wheat on Friday, and we tried a little bit on Saturday, but it wasn't quite fit in the fields we were in. It wasn't quite threshing out, and the moisture was just creeping up a little bit. So we sort of left it alone, and we're going again today. This is a milling wheat variety again. It's a slightly different one called Gallant. And it's we're up on Bredon Hill. We're probably about 500 feet up above sea level. Nice views just across the way there to the Malverns, and looking down Gloucester Cathedral, you can just see above the top of the windscreen wiper blade now. So that's sort of the general direction as to where we are. It's yielding quite well. I was a bit worried about this crop earlier on because it seemed to be suffering quite drastically from a disease called Septoria tritici, which is a wet weather disease, and it's a variety that's a little bit susceptible to it. So, a patch of back grass there, and the umbilical pheasant. And so, I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen with the yield on this, and especially as we're sort of creeping up onto the Cotswold brash soil, which is quite thin in sort of soil depth, which means that you know, moisture retention is going to be difficult, and especially with all this really hot weather that we've been having recently. So I'm relatively happy with how this is going at the moment. We'll get some results back fairly soon. We can get some sent away. We'll be able to test the protein level. And the moisture is ridiculously dry at the moment. It's just under 13%, so we're not actually having to dry it back at the grain store, which is good. But if it gets much drier, you know, we'll be sort of losing the weight of the grain when we come to sell it. So, all in all, good to be harvesting again, especially the way the weather is. It seems a shame when the sun's out and it's lovely and warm to not be combining. But it's going along quite nicely at the moment, so tune in tomorrow and hopefully we'll be continuing through this block of Gallant, and yeah, who knows where we'll be heading from there.